thing is, like, this is both our first marriage. I have been one night stands, I've been girlfriends, all types of love interests, but I've never been a wife before.
Me either. Oh, I've never been a wife either, but I've never been
I know what you mean.
I've never been a husband. I've been a boyfriend. I've been the other man.
Ooh,
yeah.
the other man.
I've been the other man in life and in
oh shoot. Okay, now we're getting deep.
But
'cause you're the water that runs forever. When I'm feeling like my well is running dry. And you're my center, you keep me telling. Even when I drift away from time to time. Got me feeling like it's too good to be mine. Too good to be mine.
It's crazy that I haven't asked you this. What is JoJo short for? Is that short for?
JoJo. My birth certificate is JoJo.
You're kidding.
My whole life I thought my name was Joseph, because that's what my family called me. My family called me Joseph, but JoJo and Joseph, but they called me Joseph, so I thought my name was Joseph my whole life. And JoJo was a nickname, but JoJo is my real name.
Wow.
My birth certificate is JoJo, but I'm fine with JoJo.
Okay.
I call you Epiphany, I ain't gotta call you Eve. Your family call you Eve, right?
Yeah, it's like our exclusive nickname. I actually like when people
I got nicknames today. I gotta be around you for a while. I give you, it'll come out.
Okay.
I'm glad to be here with you today.
I'm so thankful for your patience.
I'm a very patient person. Very patient.
Which makes sense because I feel like you need so much patience to act.
You do.
Like,
you do.
the amount of work that we put into our craft is insane, but it's so worth it. And it's so much, I genuinely enjoy the process of what it takes to make good work. It can be a lot. It usually is a lot, and I feel like if you're doing it right, it's a lot.
It's always a lot. Like you said, it's always a lot if you're doing it right. So that means you're doing it right all the time. Everybody got a different process, though. I never brought up your fucking work husband, did I?
'Cause you can't.
Why not?
'Cause I ain't fucked him yet.
I think it was more so that came from a place of you were hurting about something, so you wanted Malachi to hurt just as bad as you were hurting in that moment.
That's what I thought.
You're watching it, you don't know what happened right before that scene, but you can come up with your own reasoning or your own, like, you can come up with your own, like, thinking of what happened.
Yeah.
And it makes the people or the viewers that much more involved and invested. And a lot of this times is people choose their favorite or their most relatable character in this. So a lot of women might take Kaya's side even before they even know what the fuck Malachi did. They don't know what he did. But off top, how they came into the room and the first couple lines they said, you choose right there. And most guys are gonna choose side with Malachi. Because in that moment, Malachi acting like he don't know what she mad about. But Malachi probably knows. He knows for the most part.
When we were talking with Caesar, and we were talking about just like kind of the inspiration for this film and the vein of this film, and he was talking about Malcolm and Marie, which I've seen so many times, and I've never seen anything twice, but I've seen that so many times, as well as Marriage Story. And at the time, I hadn't seen Marriage Story, so I watched Marriage Story.
Oh, so you went and watched it after we did it? Okay.
I watched that to prepare for this role, and I absolutely loved how they had, they wrote out in the very beginning opening scene, they had a list of 10 things that they loved about each other. And so I'm like, okay, I like that. Let me try to figure this out. Because like I said, I do deep character analysis for every single role. And so I did that with the 2 scripts. And I wrote out a list of 10 things that Kyle loves about Malachi. And this is literally all based on the script. But it's real interesting. And yeah, that really helped to kind of feel that connection even before we got on set. But yeah, what about you? What was your process for becoming a husband for the first time?
easy, I guess. For me, it was easy because I feel like in life I'll be a good husband. So for me to come into a role where the character is actually married, it was easy. It wasn't like a big change for me. I'm more about in the moment of what I feel in the moment to how I know the character is gonna feel. I know you called me beforehand, before we even got on set, and asked me a bunch of questions. You asked me, okay, so how much money do we have? Do we come from money? Do you come from money? What do you do for money? You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like we got the Malachi and Kyra are well off. Somebody's well off. I think we came to the conclusion that it was my family owns an oil company.
Yeah.
But it was a way you asked questions like that. I wasn't even thinking about asking no questions about building the story beforehand.
Even like our last name.
Yeah, our last name, and which is not even brought up yet. I don't think it hasn't brought up yet, either episode 1 or episode 2. But yeah, I didn't have a build up like that. I just like when I came in, I met you, and we started going. That's when I felt it. I felt it before, but like I said, I like to react, and whatever is in the moment, that's how I react in the moment. That's how I do in life anyway. So I guess I bring that on the set with me when I do it a lot.
Yeah.
But this one, I'm connecting to a lot more, or a lot deeper than I have a lot of my other characters, because a lot of the other characters that I play are so far away from who I am as a person, which is fun. I like doing that because I don't get to be myself. It's a part of me in those characters, but it's not me.
Yeah.
This character, Malachi, that I'm playing now, it's not me because I'm not married. I've never been married, but he's the most relatable character that I've played so far in my career so far, and it wasn't that hard for me to act out his emotions, because some of those emotions are my emotions. It's just now this is like it's therapy for me. You know what I'm saying? It's therapy for me, and I get to actually express how I feel. The film spot. I love them. The film spot. That's what we created a lot of stuff that we did. Dr. Black is one that we did, which is in Circus now. It's in Circus now with a lot of film festivals. It was just at the Gary Film Festival.
Oh,
played there.
when was that?
Yeah, a month or so ago, a month and a half ago.
I missed it.
Yeah, yeah. It was good though. It was solid. It was good to see. It was good to see our work on the big screen where people can actually see it and people can actually connect with it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So that's with Running 21. That was written by Jalen Knight. That's my boy.
I looked him up. I couldn't find him though, but
that's my boy Jalen Knight. He wrote that one and he directed it for the most part. He played a character in there, but it wasn't one of the main characters. But he also played a character in there.
Who was Jalen?
The guy that was on, I forgot his name, but the guy we playing basketball. But they playing basketball.
The tall, dark skinned dude.
No. The guy that was in between.
The voice.
Yeah, the voice. That's him. And the hat, the crazy. That's Jalen.
Wow.
That's Jalen. That's part of him though. But I star alongside of him. I play a supporting role in Dr. Black. Where he's actually the doc. I won't say too much about it. It's gonna be coming up. You're gonna see it. But Running 21. My process with Running 21 was kind of different though. It's kind of different because the character I was playing is probably the total opposite of who I am as a person. Everybody got a dark side, but I don't think my side gets. I'm black, but I don't get that dark. My side don't get that dark. I play a character named Poke. Poke is street dude, all about his money. He's not scared to get his money. He's not scared to tell people and show people how tough he is. He go get it one way or the other. That's pretty much the premise of who he is in that series. Total opposite of me, but it was fun to play him. My process for getting ready for that, it was no process, because I didn't know. I didn't know.
It's so funny that you said I have a gazillion follow-up questions, but I'll just ask one. It's so funny that you say that right now, because watching him, Poke, right? With Poke. Polk?
P-O-L-K, yeah.
Like Polk?
Malcolm Polk. Polk. Like a polka. With a polka dance, a polka dot, it's Polk.
Gotcha. Yeah, he, I know you said, like, he's all about his money. He's gonna, to me, he actually, like, that very last episode, I got to see more of a rawer side of him. Because when he's in the car, that scene when he's in the car and he's hyping himself up, literally talking to himself. To me, that was showing more of a vulnerability and like a, I got to see him like more, I don't want to say insecure, but you see like a softer side of him. Like he's not just truly tough, bad dude. He actually is just trying to make it. That's what I got from him.
Aren't we all that? Everybody, no matter how ever somebody goes about their life, whatever they do, whether it be considered bad, good, whether it's illegal or legal, everybody is just trying to make it. Trying to make it the best way they can. So that's why, not to cut you off, I'm going to say this, but just that's why it's easy for me, I won't say to relate to the characters,
but to sympathize with
to sympathize with them.
Yeah,
sympathize with them.
I feel that.
So that makes it, why do I love Pope? Nobody else does, but I have to love Pope to play Pope.
Yeah.
Because I'm not the enemy.
I feel that.
Everybody else is the enemy.
I feel that.
This dude owe me some money, he's the enemy. You know what I'm saying? So I had to find myself to try to love him, to make it, to understand why people didn't love him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes complete sense, because that's how I felt about Kaya.
Right.
When I first read the script, when you and me were like reading the script for the very first time, we're like, you know, we're trying to figure out for ourselves what's going on in the scene. I felt that I was on Malachi's side, but at the same time, I'm just like, you know, did he cheat? Like, what's the situation? This is where the scene analysis and the character development really came into play. If I had to really search and find out her perspective, because to me, like Epiphany just thought, this is petty, and I would never. Epiphany would never think like this.
Right.
So that was kind of a signal to myself that, okay, you're not digging far enough. There's a reason she feels like this. Every character has a why. I'm curious, how did you even get involved in the film spot? Because so many of the characters in Running 21 have gone on to do some crazy, amazing things.
Right.
And I'm just like, that's amazing for you to be able to work with such a, just such an accomplished and talented group of people. I mean, obviously you belong because you're equally as accomplished and you're equally as talented.
Thank you.
But how did you even find them? How did that process go?
I love them. That's my family. Film Spot is my family. Kenyatta, Jalen, and Shatera, my homies, family. I found them, well, we found each other actually because I auditioned for Dr. Black, which is a series I want to tell you about earlier, which is in film festivals now. But I auditioned for Dr. Black. I actually auditioned for the role Jalen played. They were looking for Dr. Black, so that's the role I auditioned for. But I didn't end up getting that role. I ended up getting his best friend. It went from there. I met with them, and then we did episode 1, the pilot for Dr. Black. We did that. Had a good time. Really enjoyed it. We had our premiere for it, and ever since then, I've gotten other roles with them, and we've done other stuff, demo reels, Running 21. We did a project called Trust. We did that one. We did The Witch of Ascended. It's a couple things that we did that's still coming out. It's still circulating. People are going to see it, but the Film Spot are super, super talented. So far, they're the best thing to happen to me as an actor so far because of the opportunities.
Yeah.
Not because we're cool now. It's just because they believe in my talent as much as I believe in what they can create.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So shout out to them. Shout out to the Film Spot. You can look them up at the Film Spot on YouTube. We have all of our work, everything that we've done there so far. It's a nice little catalog so far. It's still building, but it's a nice catalog so far.
But the fact that you are even still doing other work with them,
right,
shows how talented you really are. And I feel like because you did such an excellent job in, Dr. Black, they kept calling you back.
Yeah.
Because, if you would have flopped it, and it happens sometimes, we're human.
Absolutely best of them.
Yeah, but since you did such a good job, they've been calling you back for more and more. So that's just a testament to how amazing you are.
They're my homies.
And consistent, how consistent you are.
I try to be. Speaking of consistent, what's done in the dark. Consistently messy. I don't even use that word, but messy. A lot of side women or side men and different girlfriends, different relationships. Messy. In a good way, because it's super entertaining. Super entertaining. I watched it and didn't even know I was done watching it by clicking episodes. I was just in it because it was so entertaining.
Wow.
And it's like, for me knowing you how I know you now, that's not some type of stuff that you would be involved in the real, like the real epiphany in life. How did you get involved with Done in the Dark?
So Done in the Dark wrapped up its second season this year, but it started out last year. And last year, when I got Done in the Dark, I was at a place in my acting career where I was still starting out and still trying to build up my, I was still building up my resume, my reel, my footage, all that stuff. And so for me, I was willing to travel and I was willing to do what it took in order to get booked and cast in something. I was willing to go outside Chicago.
Right.
So Done in the Dark actually filmed in, it filmed in both Cincinnati and just over the border in Kentucky. I don't have a car. But because I really wanted to be a part of this, and look, I'm very analytical, as you can see. I think about everything. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is a web series, meaning that I'm not getting a little footage. I'm not getting 10 minutes worth of footage. I'm going out there doing this unpaid film for multiple episodes of footage, and I'm like, this is worth it. So I did a virtual interview, and I got it. I got the role, and yeah, it's my process for it. I saw two characters that I had liked. I actually auditioned for both Nia, the sweet, innocent one who got cheated on, unfortunately. I also auditioned for Marcus's cousin, Joy. And I ended up getting the role of Nia. But in hindsight, it was actually perfect casting because I feel like I fit the bill more of a Nia than I do a Joy. I appreciate that. Not that there's anything wrong with being a Joy, but I think Nia she's just more relatable to Epiphany than Joy probably would be. Much more confident, I feel like, even though she's extremely naive, very naive character to play. That's kind of how I got involved in Done in the Dark. But honestly, if I could go back and commute to Ohio, which is not close, it's like, I think it was like a 5.5 hour commute. And so what I would do, a couple times my mom let me borrow the car, but other times I would have to take public transit. And
from here to out there?
Yeah.
We take a bus.
It's traumatic. No, I'm kidding.
It probably is, especially driving a bus.
Yeah. So So the times I did get the car, I would drive to my sister who lives in Indianapolis. So thankful. So I would have to make it a multiple day thing. I would drive to Indianapolis, and then I would spend the night at my sister's. And the very morning, I had to wake up early and drive the other 1.5, 2 hours. So that way I wouldn't have to drive 5.5 hours straight. I would just, split that up. And then when filming was over, I came back to my sister's,
crashed out,
slept, and then drove back the next morning again and, filmed the next set of episodes. Set of episodes because we filmed by location. But honestly, if I could do it all over again, I definitely would.
Same thing.
I would do exactly the same. I loved it.
For the love. That's for the love. That's what we do. It's always a no matter how hard it is. Preferably, most actors like challenging things, especially about the character to play. You know what I'm saying?
It makes it more interesting.
Makes us better actors. It brings out the best of us.
Yeah.
The best of us. Why are you an actor?
Why am I an actor? Wow. You know what? I actually started acting. Typical story. I started acting in church plays and, local community theater when I was a kid. I think as I went on, I did a lot of. I went to a mega church. Our church had
You got one of
3,500.
those?
Yeah.
Okay.
We had an audience of 3,500 people. So, you know, it's comparable to professional Broadway, whatever, you know. So we had like a really good experience there. It was more so about me in the past.
Right.
It was all about me. But as I got older, I realized that I wasn't as it wasn't as important to me that you saw me, and it just became more about people seeing themselves through me. So it's no longer necessarily about you feeling something through Epiphany. It's about you seeing yourself and who I'm presenting you.
Right.
How about you? So how'd you get into acting? Why do you do what you do?
I've been in love with movies since one of my first memories is watching a movie with my brother. Me and him grew up. My brother's one of my best friends, and we're 4 years apart, but I'm the youngest, but he's the next in line. He's 4 years older than me. We watched movies all the time. That's all we did to escape problems at home, to escape problems at school. We watched movies. That's all we did, and we acted out our favorite scenes. Growing up, our favorite movies were, you know, fighting movies or martial arts movies, you know what I'm saying? So we act out a lot of fighting scenes, and we loved Jean-Claude Van Damme growing up. That's my dude. Hopefully I can meet him one day. That was our favorite. Him and Arnold Schwarzenegger was our favorite. Was our favorite. So that's what we loved. And we just watched movies. Like you, I didn't go to a mega church, but I did go to a church where we did a lot of plays. Growing up as a child, I did a lot of plays. I was Jesus every year.
I can see it.
And every play we did, I was Jesus. Even when I didn't want to be, I was Jesus. So I did it. We did The Wiz one year. I played the Scarecrow, which I think that's when it started for me, like actually expressing myself in that type of way. Cause I was a pretty quiet kid. I had a couple friends growing up, but I wasn't really like too into the in crowds of what doing everybody. I didn't have a lot of friends. I had a couple friends. I wanted to escape a lot because I wasn't like everybody else coming up, which is like why I don't like bullies now. I was bullied a lot growing up, so at times I didn't want to do the uncool things, like which I wish I would have did, or like join theater or join drama club at an early age, because I've always been interested in doing it, but I didn't want to do it because I didn't want people talking about me.
Yeah.
I didn't want the guys talking about me. But if I can go back now, get them, I would have did it because I love it so much now.
Yeah, I would love to work with Ava DuVernay, Shonda Rhimes, Dick Wolf, of course, and Greta Gerwig. And not just because they're women, but I genuinely enjoy the way they tell stories and what stories they tell. And then some of the directors you named. So of course Denzel, because
It's Denzel.
he's Denzel. You can't even compare him to anyone.
Denzel.
He's just he's iconic in himself. And Mahershala Ali,
My dude.
amazing.
My dude.
So yeah, I look forward to it. I know we're gonna work with some really amazing people, and I also know that we're gonna become those really amazing people.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Like
most definitely.
the way we're talking about other people is the way one day people will talk about our work. And
it's a cycle.
Yeah.
It's a cycle, and hopefully that goes on forever and ever.
Amen.
Because we're gonna always need actors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Actors are like taxes and death. You know, it's gonna happen. It's inevitable. They're gonna need actors.
Yeah.
So we'll be here forever.
I love that. But yeah, I look forward to it. I look forward to our project. We have several more episodes. We have a lot. We have it's such a small part of something so much larger.
Yeah.
You know, this is 5 or 6 episodes that we're working on. We finished the first 2, and those went really well. So I'm really happy about that. And
I'm looking forward to watching them.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward for people to see it and what they can relate to in their marriages or their relationships, who they're going to relate to, and just the conclusions that they're going to come up with why they are how they are, or what happened in between these episodes. So I'm excited. So it's always a pleasure talking to another actor, especially somebody as like you, a great actor like yourself. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a
Thank you,
pleasure
man.
having you, you
Man.
know, do this discussion with me. So
Yeah.
thank you for giving your time and
No
giving
problem.
your insight and opening
No
up
problem. Anytime.
to me and apparently to the world.
Man,
So
anytime. Thank you.
and thank you guys for watching. And I'm Epiphany,
I'm Joe.
and we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
See you. See you next year.